Okay, oh, I should turn this off, turn this on. Get the nice music going. No. Shareable link. Stream spectators. Let's do that. I don't write anything. I mean, the title says it all. Yo, you're so fast! Chantel on the buzzer. Okay. Always first. Always the first. It's very impressive. I'll let more people show up, and then I'll show the map that was submitted to me for the FFA. Which I can probably bring up. Okay, it will be this map. With special rules. Hi! Last 10 streams. You sent some art to me. Let me check. Oh! Can I open it? Hey! Check it out. Little sharks in penguin costumes. Are they waiters? I mean, they look adorable. They're very cute. And ferocious. They got sharp teeth. It's okay if I use that in a future video. It's waiter pink suits. Nice. Yeah, Astro hoodie got this instead. It's a super hoodie. They're adorable. Oh, thank you. Alrighty. What was I doing in these games? There's an artillery coming at me. Probably supposed to do something like this. Hey! Ooh, I can go here. That's better. Alright, well, we gotta respond over here now. This artillery's gonna be showing up. I think we probably just double tank. Or I could, yeah, we'll just double tank. He's gonna go here. Let's go here. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Gotta get a tank over here too. Triple tank. Should be good though. You're coming in to do Advanced Wars by Web as well? Oh, I see. A hard day at work. Those are the worst. Wow, he hit my tank. He's keeping up his recon violence. Oh, he's got the roll. Oh, he joined his tanks. Whoa. That was a very complex turn. I respect it. We go back and heal. Or just smack him. The age-old question. Take that. Probably go back for tower stuff. I think we'll heal. Be a little careful not to give him. We'll just keep them all together. We'll grab another AA. They can be buddies. Actually, you know what? There we go. What is this music? Sounds good. That was probably one of the circus songs. You can never have enough AA. I mean, he's got nothing but mechs so far, so. Oh, he went for the trade to delay my cap here, and he's blocking me over here. We got ourselves a gamer. Well, I think I definitely accept this. Well, he's not super free. He did get to delay my cap over here. I like his copter placement over here, though. He's stopping me from getting this hit, and he's stopping me from getting this cap. Whereas I can always get the cap if I just body block, I guess. Sure, well, I don't think an infantry over here really does anything. Well, I guess it does do something. It immediately follows up once he clears this. And this guy already interrupts this cap. Send you down here. Whoop. Don't miss. Drop off over here. I think I just body blocked for my capture. A little. It's a little iffy. I'm gonna try hard going double AA, yeah. It is a very try-hard thing to do. Get these two guys here. Let's get an AA. Speaking of AAs. I'm not drunk. I might be drunk. Hello. Well, hi, Mathblitz. I haven't done the FFA stuff yet. I'll wait till I'm done with the turns, probably. And then more people are in the chat, being viewers. Looks like I lost something this turn, huh? Just going for this cap. Oh, he double tanks. That poor guy. Alright, well, he's got a tank here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Aw, he's guarding this. Doesn't have vision of this forest, I don't think. It's here and here, yeah. Okay. Get this cap. This is the much more risky cap, but he has 2 tanks up here, so it's probably not that bad. I mean, this is a risk. You usually don't want to put your artillery in this formation. I think for obvious reasons. Well, hopefully it's fine. After it does reach it, at least. One, two, three, four, five. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, we'll just wait. Stay here. I could go here with my recon. I only have 1 mech. If I had 2 mechs, I'd do this. Be super gutsy. You want to check this city. I'd like to check that city in a way that doesn't reveal my recon. That doesn't seem to be possible. I can, okay. Ooh. Alright. Looking good. Did that reveal my recon? I thought I was 2 up. Did I still go through the road tile? Ah. I thought I was out of range, but I'll trust you. I messed that up. He's killing my poor injured guys over there. He's been trapped. Okay. Well, we definitely take him out over here. Recon, we lost vision. Thank you. I'm going for this recon. For one, I don't do like diddly to it, but from the forest is probably fine. The artillery coverage isn't going to be great though. I can be here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, there'll be a viewer Fog FFA. The map was chosen by MathBlitz over here. Special rules and everything. Yeah. Mech there. I kind of want to 28. I think we're basically even. He's ahead in properties though. By this guy. Probably has this guy. I can't kill. Well, I guess I can kill the recon. But I can't safely kill the recon. Blood for the blood god. Okay, let's... I figured something like this might happen. Let's take him out. Oh, hi, tank. And another recon. Okay. Oh, he sees what's on the city. So he would see the mech drop, which is kind of unfortunate. I think it's fine. I have to keep my copters over here, though. Yeah, let's... reveal our mech. And this artillery. Start that capture. I need these guys over here. Viewer FFA eyes, yeah. Well, I guess if his tank's over here, he probably only has one tank covering this. Yeah, 2 tanks and a battlecopter up here. I do need a battlecopter. Your new Global League match is a map you get to play. That happens. My copter can't actually reach around there, so you would have to hit here and then this guy goes around. Alright, we'll do blood for the blood gods. Put you here. Oh, good thing I didn't go for the other one. This is the very aggressive blood for the blood gods. It's more aggressive if I take this strike. This might be too aggressive. Tempted to pick Cole? Cole's not that bad. He gets kind of a bad rap. All right, let's do this. Don't mind me and my paper-thin defenses over here. One, two, 3, 4, 5, 7. It's a very well protected mech. top player best at grit. I think I've heard that Choka has a really good grit. This is my first time playing grit. In Global League, at least. I would say I definitely do not have a very good grit. Yeah. I think we have to go here. They cover the city for when the AA comes, assuming the AA hits from the city. Yeah, he's not really my cup of tea. Alright, so this guy did die. Recon came in. Tank, infantry hits this. Okay. And the classic problem for mix. I think I wait a turn before I try and take this from him. There. Well, I know he's a tank and a recon over here. Whoa. Can go for this mountain. Drop off down here. Never forget the lucky recon kill. It made me sad. It is cursed. I think we'll just be really defensive over here. Can go into this forest, but he's got a recon here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So he'll see it happen, right? He's got a recon tank right there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I can still do it. I would just have to block. I guess I have a lot of blockers. Sure. Show no fear. Okay. We'll see how that goes. We have a little ambush. And then, you know what? Fine. What? I don't know what's up with that. Hey yo, what's up, Ghost? Oh, he got me. All right, beat me up down there. Yeah, first strike over there, and then starting a cap there. But I get this capture, and this capture, and this capture, and the comm tower, and this capture. So I'm pretty happy. To free my copter. Freeze you. Probably send the copter to the right. Find another copter. We can go up here. Repair. Can we bring in artillery over here? You can't quite reach, can you? Yeah. I think we just trade out. Kind of like this. Yeah, let's just sit here. Okay. Do I have any commentary on the static map? I like it for it has multiple like APC openers, and my little experiment with Sammy showed that she's got a transfer copter opener. But you can also do a recon opener into like the corner and stuff. The really big FFA map. Yeah, well, we will. I only have a few more turns to take, and then we'll get people in on our very own. Oh, whoa! You got my artillery. But doesn't that give me two really good swings at him? I guess he just didn't like the artillery. That's fair. Okay. Yeah. Okay, he broke there, and then killed the 3 health, and then hit the full health. Okay. And he hit the pipe again. Oh, okay. So there's often a really tough fight in the middle. That if you end up losing any of those middle contested properties, it can be really hard to get them back. One of the timings that you want to look out for is when your opponent starts freeing their artillery from the pipe seam. So you'll want to check for when the damage occurs, because that'll tell you like what they just built. If they do enough damage that it's an artillery, then you know they built an artillery. If it's like tank shots or whatever, and when that starts happening, they're gonna have a delay in their tempo, so you can take advantage of that. Delay in the tempo, of course, because they're investing a unit to just sit around and free another unit for a while. Now, what do I do up here? I think I do this cap fire. I guess you just hit here. I'm deciding if I want to fire or if I want to like go back here. I think he'll probably chase, but it's fine. What do I do with you? Just attack, go back and repair, go here. Back and repair. I can go here. And then here, yeah. Just never free the arty. You'll want to do it eventually. It is a free unit. I'll see if I have one of my replays that aren't. Well, you can buy an artillery. Usually an artillery is the quickest way. So I have 20k. I can go tank artillery. He only gets one free hit. Oh, he doesn't even hit this tank. He can use his power to hit the tank. I guess I have a problem of not being able to hold this anymore. You go here. Build a tank. You can also build another medium tank. He's got to respond up here. He's getting crushed. I'll get another medium tank. In which case I can't go to this city. I can go to this city. And the medium tank can avenge me. They wouldn't be able to avenge me over here. Okay. Seems good. They can always just go here and hit too. You want to do your homework? I get that. Yep. Did I see my opponent do anything? No. Let's try and picking up a mech here. So, like so. Another T-copter. It's a little risky. Let's get an artillery over here. T-copter next turn. This map. Well, I have to go here to protect my comm tower. He's wrapping around with this, okay. And then I just block with both tanks against the AA, I guess. He's not really putting any pressure on the other side, so we don't hit the lander. I do not want to give him enough charge to interrupt my stuff. Don't build a copter, so we can step here. Could go for this, but I just die to his little swarm there. And I build an anti-air because the copter is just so. It's like a given. It's coming. It's okay not to move you. I should get a copter. this side. Yeah. Seems pretty good. What do I do with you? Let's go on the mountain. I'm probably over here. Gotta help this side out. Could go for that interrupt. It's a little ugly. I knock him down to 7. You knock him down to 2 if he's at 7. Probably, since I'll have 2 comp towers. Okay. What do I do with these guys? They're a little outnumbered. Does have a buddy on the way? And a copter on the way? Okay, we can very safely stand here. As well as safely stand here and just don't move. Yeah. All right. Take that. Take that. Oh, he stuck around to hit me. Yeah, it doesn't even reach, so I can even strike from here. Boost. Boost Reno. Let's go for this. I do have to stay here, otherwise he can get a first strike on the mech. Ha. An artillery. Back up a bit. I guess, no, you're better here. Oh my goodness. We got 17 viewers. Okay, well, I'll start the FFA after this turn then. Or not start it, but I'll open it up and people will join. I'll create it and post it in the chat. Okay. You got Penguin, I think. No, he didn't take out anything. He just stared menacingly at that city. All right. Just in time. It doesn't have any. I can like do this. One, two, three, four, five, six. Is that right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We can't clear that. Okay. And then probably need to start sending more stuff down here. I think this is fine. He gets to strike Copter from the city. Unless I take this guy out, kill his Copter, and then he can't strike Copter from the city. But that does sacrifice 2 vehicles. I'd rather not do that. I could build a fighter? Hi, Frog. I am kind of leaning towards the fighter. How much damage does he do? Wouldn't have a power. He'd be on shoals. Be attacking from a city. Get me down to 6 or 7. I also have an AA. Don't really need the fighter. Also just not do that. Just instead. I just have to make sure that he can't lock me in and then set up an RD. There's no reason to bring this guy along in the landers. We are definitely doing this. can just go over here. Here. The fighter isn't bad. It's just kind of expensive. Yeah, I guess he only does have one helicopter. Yeah, instead let's get 27,000. Alright, never mind. We'll get a Neo tank here. And then we'll just double tank. I have to keep this AA safe. Probably on this forest or in this lab. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That needs to be. Not really safe there. I guess he has to invest a lot to try and kill it, though. So it's kind of safe. Sure. Should have maybe had the medium tank there instead. Right. Okay, here we go. I'm going to bring up this map. This is what the FFA map is going to be on. Some people are stuck on islands that have 2 people. And the rules are, if you are one of the players on an island with multiple people, you get to choose higher tier COs. The people who are on their own individual islands are choosing tier 4 COs. I'm going to create here. See if I get all the rules. Let's see. Fog on. Is there an FFA setting on here? To change this? I guess not. That's fine. What are we banning? We're banning black bombs. Oh, this is high funds. Okay. We'll have 2,000 per income per city or property. Going to be so tier 2. We ban all this, so we ban Andy. We ban Drake. We ban Olaf. Anyone else you guys want banned? Don't ban Jugger. I won't ban Jugger. This will probably not be live. I need to do unit limit. Maybe we can do a live one in the future. I think we'll probably do increment 1 day. Yeah. Or max turn 1 day. Ban Rachel. Ban Kindle. That's fair. Ban Eagle. Drake's banned. Yeah, you can do tier 2. If you're on a solo island, you have to be tier 4. And then if you're on one of the group islands, you can do higher tiers. All right. I'm fine with banning Eagle, though. He's kind of strong. True. Kindle's brutal. Anyone will be allowed to join. Yeah, I think 12 hours is too fast. I want to give people a full day to take their turn. But ideally, you would take your turn as soon as you can, of course. It would be Fog. It's going to be Fog High Funds. High Fog. I think everything else is looking good. We'll do viewer. Oh, I guess I'll do penguin viewers. FFA. And we'll make the password have fun. That's too complex. It'll be Pengu. Any other bands people want to vouch for before I create it and then post it in the chat? Seems fine? All right. Here we go. Invite player. Copy that. Pengu is the password. Where do I want to be? Yeah, I'll be purple in the corner. Ah! Mr. Cannon was so fast. I'll be yellow. Oh, I made it to yellow. You don't see it. You can't click on it? I can post it again. We got apparently slot for one more. Is it the crystal one? So the rules for CO selection are if you are on one of these solo islands, you can only pick tier 4 COs. And if you're on one of these double islands, you can pick any of the COs. Pink is this one. So yeah, the like spiky one. Not in join game. Looks like it's full up now. I'm sorry, MT. What was happening, MT? We'll make another one soon, and then I'll make sure you get into that one. Was my link just not showing up in your YouTube chat? Yeah, I'll switch to a couple dogs now. So the tier 4 COs are like Adder, Cole, Grim, Jake, Jess. That's it. You were able to join. I'm sorry. I'll be sure to make a new one. I'll have to not play this one on stream, of course, because it is Fog. Let me just make a note that MT and Shadow get into the next one, guaranteed. Note to myself. MT and Shadow get into next FFA first. Okay. Yes, true. This would be one that once it's over, I can show it off. I'll of course ready myself and get back to my turns. She is not tier 4, not for Fog. Other people are allowed to stream snipe. Go like so. Oh, hi. It's a very aggressive recon. It sees that forest up there. No, it doesn't. I mean, it does see the forest, but it doesn't see stuff going into the forest. We're gonna super overkill this recon. White Nova is top island. Yes. I'm glad you like it. What rating is this guy? 777. Oh, this is like a new player. I was like, he's not responding to the recons. He's got 32,000 in the bank. It's a lot of cash. The VOD will vindicate you. I'll just go here. He just gets to hit me from the mountain, so I think I'm better just chilling here. I mean, if you're not going to build anything, I will hit you with the quad recon. She was tier 4. The UI is weird. I would definitely suggest shrinking the map. How many Kindles are there? I guess I can look because I haven't actually. Oh, the game hasn't started yet, has it? Or no, it probably has. It's just not my turn, of course. Why am I Kindle? Oh no, I cheated. I'm a cheater. I didn't think I chose Kindle. I must have misclicked. Alright, I don't get to use my power. I'm a cheater. I get to be a powerless Kindle. I just have my daily. I know, cheating in my own game. There's so many Kindles. You'll spend the power for me. Oh, thank you. What am I doing in this game? I'm definitely taking my properties. How much do his copters hit my tank for? In the woods. Not that much. Oh no. Oh no. You got this, Megton. It can't be too tough, right? It's just the person that chose the map. I have to just keep repairing this. There's always the next game. What am I gonna do about all these tanks? I guess I just take these properties. How much does his tank do to my tank? On a city. Wow, okay. He cannot touch my tanks on cities. At least not without his copters. I'd say let the cap go through. Even though that will make the people on the middle islands probably get really strong. It's true, if you don't like your opponent, you can always just make them sad. Get another medium tank. Wow. You can't hear that, right? Two tanks can't kill. Yeah. What is it here? Nope. Ah. Take that. Nothing happened. You don't know that. You don't know what I did. Ooh, he got me really good over here. I guess I have a nice artillery shot at least. Same battleship turn 1. Things have definitely looked better for me in the past. I think this was a roll I was trying to hold against or something. I don't remember. But if it was, we definitely did not get it. Okay. We just retreat to the mega tank range. Go here. Retreat. And then like this. Get it. Ah. Get it. Yeah. It's high fog. It's true. I think we just have to retreat from the center there. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Blah. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Sorry I ever thought about starting a fight with you, sir. Which we might get kind of left out in the cold. Maybe. And then he can't actually get here, so I can... do stuff like that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we move back 1. Guess you're fine right there. Oh. How do you share replays? Yeah, you sent it to me on the Discord. Oh, interesting. He stopped. Oh, okay. He didn't want to have his stuff delayed. He super didn't want his stuff delayed. Well, probably goes there. I think first strike isn't that great for me. I can tank here. We're definitely getting a copter. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You can only hit 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You can only hit from these two sides. So this is protecting it. Build a copter in the face of a copter. If you beat me a standard, you're coming for me in Fog next. It's I could see it happening. I think you've improved a lot in Fog since our last time we fought, which I think has only been in the high funds Fog, and you improved in that a lot. Go here. There is a hive. There is one. There's one currently, but it's only on the Discord. There isn't an official one on the website. I think I'm still the ranked 1 player in it, but I haven't played it in a long time. either go for the properties or go the comm tower. The comm tower is going to be a little tricky. That's for sure. Or no, I guess I can. Oh, I guess I can guarantee I get it this turn. Okay. I wasn't thinking. Just body block, my dude. Yeah, it's a lot easier to get the all-time for Fog rather than standard. Although not as easy as it has been in the past. When there's more of the top players active, then it's really easy because you actually have people to get points from. Like in standard, there's a lot of missing points from top players just leaving. I think I just stare at his city. I'm just trying to decide what I want to do with this artillery. You place it here. And then infantry here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then the copter. That doesn't quite work. Because then I don't have something here. Because this guy can't be both. He can't swap with positions with the tank. And he can't be the 2 health guy blocking this. I guess he could go here. And then the tank would have to do this, and then the copter would... How much does this copter hit my copter on the airport for? Like a lot. I'd heal up to 5. You go down to 7. And then I get a comm tower. Wait, swap. Yeah, it's not really worth it. I would also get, although I would get to kill his tank. So maybe it is worth it. Because I'd have the artillery shot. Yeah, that is worth it. Okay. Oh. I need to refresh it. 1, 2, 3. It's gonna have to be that far forward. Right? I can go here. Artillery here. Oh, does that take that? Oh, it doesn't reach. I could also do this. It's not that great though. Because then the artillery can't cover. How much does the artillery do to his guy on the city though? Okay, we will do this then. No move planner. Hey. Might mean that it's very easy to crush. We'll see. Oh my gosh. It's these properties against Jim 18, Mech Artillery. A groovy combination. I guess I'll force him to do something about this. And then I can just build another tank over here. Ah, I've already taken this turn. Yes. I have caught back up. Okay. I can actually look at some people's replays now. All right. Well, can't move that stuff over until transition C. Cole, recon opener, full send. What's going on? Oh, you're talking about in the FFA? Okay, we got. Let me show you what's going on here. We have a replay sent by Lazy Boy, who had the bad name, but we should be able to Hey. Seven 2 6 4 7 4. Magic. I now have the power to change names. Right? I'm glad I requested it. You either have good luck on this map or you know how to play it for some reason. You know what? Sometimes maps just click with you. And you just have no idea why. Okay. Lazy Boy, we will make you ball dice. This is looking good. Both players seem to know what they're doing. The question mark usually means it's a Chinese name. Sadly, can't watch it live. That's okay. A lot of Chinese players play very heavy in the death ball. Oh, lightning strike. Gotcha. There's my experiences, at least with playing against Chinese Fog players, is very, very much death ball, all in one side in a big way. So far, you guys have like almost the exact same opening. We'll see if you get a transport copter. You guys both went recon, early recon. No transport copter here. Okay, so we had some deviation going on. Got a tank instead. And where you sent your recons was in the opposite directions. Which is interesting. I understand. I think it makes sense to send recons to either side. Well, lightning strike? Lightning strike's not that weak. Isn't lightning strike like a 1100-ish? I play against Fakizi the most as a Chinese player, but there's been some others as well. There was one game where Fakizi beat me, a Marengo, with a battle copter rush that just absolutely dominated me. And then I played a different Chinese player on the same map, and they did the exact same build against me. But I had experience at that point. I'm liking this these builds so far. They seem to make a lot of sense. It's like, well, what's he going to use to defend this side? Probably air. So you get an anti-air. The early tank, that's more questionable, I guess. But tanks are always good. They're a bread and butter unit. The early recon made a lot of sense. Get the mech, guard the infantry. Makes sense. You can also kill this transport copter, probably. I'm very intrigued about this comm tower capture. I wouldn't go for it personally from lightning strike here, and that's just because there's no way you can hold it. So they're just going to take it from you. You'll probably lose the infantry in the process. Well, 1100 is, I mean, it's not like top, but it's not weak. Whoa, how did you know? Did you see that happen somehow? How did you know he was taking your comm tower? Like, there's no way you just normally would interrupt your capture to move into this forest. I mean, maybe you would. Yeah, it's not a big deal if they go for your comm tower. It's so far away from their stuff, there's no way they can hold it against you. So you just kill their unit and take it back. Yeah, it doesn't interrupt it, but it sets it up to kill it next turn. So it's fine. I do like more recons. Recons and AA are pretty good against Sammy. And they're good on this map, too. Oh, you didn't kill the T-copter. Or did you not see it? No, you saw it. Oh, you went for this capture. Well, seeing like the recon here, I would definitely just kill this T-copter with infantry mech strike. Mechs are good on this. Typhoons can be fun. It's quite the different experience. If you think infantry matter a lot in standard and fog, then you're about to be wowed. Infantry are everything in high funds. Because for one, all the properties they capture are worth double, but also you buy a lot more vehicles, so you end up building far fewer infantry as the game goes on. So you really feel each one you lose. Very protective. I wouldn't even be worried about this because, well, it's just because of how close how far away the comm tower is from their production. The only thing they can really use to stop you is more infantry, and if they have enough to kill your infantry, they have to donate 2 for your 1, and then you kill those 2, and then you start the capture again, and you'll just bleed Sammy dry. So you don't really need to go for the block. You can send this guy for this capture. I would prefer to get more battle copters instead of double tank, just for unit count reasons, and because copters are more flexible here. But I understand the tanks. I'm not upset about that. Your opponent's going to be getting AAs because, I mean, how copters are just so good on this map. Although oh, there's the first AA. I was gonna say Lightning Strike hasn't gotten one yet, but I like your protective bubble here. I think you saw the tank and you've seen a copter over there, so there's no reason to really go for these cities. I would not go for this cap because you don't have it's mainly because you don't have infantry backup for it. You have some vehicle backup, but if these infantry come in and kill this, then you're not going to want to send your vehicles in to hit those infantry, are you? It's like really risky, especially against Sammy with mechs. So it's kind of just like giving an infantry away. Which is something I do a lot as well. I have to purposely tell myself not to go for some captures. Like a Marengo. A capture by the mountain. He got points off himself? I'll see if he's been warned about it. Was it recent or was it in the past? Like a ways in the past. Okay, things are starting to really stall out here. Which is probably good for Andy in comparison to Sammy. Oh boy. We're super stalled out. Yeah, I think this might just be a quirk of the map, but this just kind of happens. Yeah. Oh man. Oh, okay. We attacked up here. I mean, I think that makes sense. You see just nothing but infantry. And you see a lot of really good first strikes. I mean, that's looking really strong. And then I like that you pull back a bit over here because you're like, well, one of two things are going to happen. Either this front's going to get smashed, or this front's going to get smashed in retaliation, which is what happens. Only a little bit, though. Ooh. Placed right in mech range. We couldn't see the mech until the tank got there. Back in April, he's probably been warned about it. If he hasn't been doing it recently, then... I'll still check in about it, of course. Ooh, this lander purchase. I think it's a smart lander purchase because there's very few vehicles up here, but it's also a very costly one. Oh my gosh. Yeah, the army's doing... The problem that hit Lightning Strike here is that Lightning Strike pushed forward and then front switched with the rest of the stuff. Which split the army in two. You can see just how much that's hurting right now. And this is a capture that Andy will probably still get because Andy has the super. Oh no. Yeah, I think Lazy Boy probably wins this turn basically. It's gonna be a lot of carnage. Oh, and then this infantry even gets on this city, probably. No. Ah. That would have been an amazing call to make. Is it reasonable? I think it's reasonable. It's one of your fringe cities. It's very likely that Sammy would hide an infantry away for the super. But that super was brutal. I don't think Sammy has much of a shot coming back after that. We'll see, though. The problem with Victory March is, of course, all of these infantry that go on these cities. Well, for one, they're not attacking. But two, they just die. Yeah. That was definitely a reasonable resign. Because if you're like, look what's going to happen here. Is this guy gets killed, like recon copter. This guy gets killed, I don't know, like probably tank copter. The infantry sits on the city and takes it back in 2 turns. That's what... It's rough. It's rough as Sammy out here. But that was very well played, Lazy Boy. Andy really showing how good he is in brawls there. Yeah, double time is a good thing to use as Sammy. Would recommend. And then we've got some games sent by Disobeyed, which are Disobeyed's first Fog games. I wanted some feedback on them. This isn't a Fog game. Maybe they were first League games. I thought they were first Fog games. Maybe only one of them is. guess we'll find out. Oh, this isn't Fog. This is standard. Sure. Did I miss? I must have missed your second Grim replay you sent. We got Max versus Sammy. I've actually shown my Max versus Sammy game on this against Witty. So I like, of course, going with the recon opener against Sammy, especially. Yeah. And at least against Sammy, I prefer to have this infantry go for this base because this is the easier front to exert pressure on. So I want more infantry marching down here to take the cities that my vehicles are making available to me. But this isn't bad. Oh, stepping past the harbor. I'm totally fine with that. I would have built a recon here, although... Yeah, I guess you only really build the recon here if you have this base go for this one. Otherwise, you just don't have enough infantry. But the early recon's very good against Sammy. If Sammy doesn't want to build tanks, and if Sammy builds mechs, then the capture game gets changed from infantry speed to mech speed, which is good. I chose between stolen seconds and around the block. Oh, okay. Oh, interestingly, Sammy went straight to tanks. Okay. Usually you don't want to do that because that kind of encourages Max to build a tank in response. And Max tanks are a lot better than Sammy tanks. However, it wasn't built on the same side, which is okay. You can get away, I guess, with building a tank a turn later because you'll be able to retreat with this infantry. I probably would have built the tank over here because Sammy mechs can thwart off a tank just as well as they could thwart off a recon. I should say ward off, so thwart off. Okay, here comes this tank. Now, the problem is this tank's going to reach here next turn, and it's not going to be able to actually guard these properties. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this infantry will have to run backwards. Yeah. I guess they can run up here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. They just can't start any caps. Or it will get gunned down. So you went for the block here. That's fine. I think it's okay to go for that block. It's okay not to go for that block. It's not the end of the world if this infantry hits you because you'll just kill it. And then that's one less Sammy infantry. I understand why you didn't hit here. I guess arguably you just wouldn't go there. Right? If you're trying to gun for this like comm tower, you can go onto this road tile so you can go to this forest next turn. Yeah. There's no point in sitting here. You're not going to get hit if you're here because you'd have to cancel its capture, which would be good for you. Yeah, you had to retreat. Probably going up here is actually better. Just because you can go for the corner city. But it's not a big deal. Is the website down? We got the transport copter. So this is, of course, the choice on this map. If they go transport copter, do you also go transport copter? Or do you go battle copter? The mirror of the transport copter? That's fine. I think it's to Max's advantage to get both comm towers so that the recons can get those one shots on the mechs. Probably for this tank engagement, you want to hit from the road so that this tank can't hit you. But I also make those mistakes where I attack from the better terrain, even though it like makes my position much worse. I've in fact lost tournament matches because of that. And over here, I'm not sure why you're standing in the woods instead of taking the city. There's no way you can contest this comm tower, really, if that's what you were thinking. So definitely just go for the city. This is a pretty dangerous place for this infantry, and it's not doing anything. Because if you go for the city, then he's probably gonna go tank infantry if he's gonna try and stop you, and then you get a nice shot on his tank. And you can't stop this comm tower. So yeah, I'm not quite sure what's going on there, but that's okay. I guess you can stop the comm tower now if you really want to, but you open yourself up to 2 tank first strikes. So this is another case of you don't want to attack there because of the positioning. It's better terrain, but it opens you up to another tank strike. So you want to hit from the road. If you want to go for the hit at all, you don't have to go for the hit. You can also, if you're not too worried about tank strikes, you can of course attack here, and then this infantry finishes off this capturing infantry, and you can deny that. You'll get hit from the road, but that's not so bad because it is a Sammy tank hitting you. And you go for this exchange, which I do not agree with because of this mech here. I would much rather if you can go in for this attack, that's fine, and then just retreat back and repair. I guess he might not even use the mech. He might be too scared of this. In either case, I would prefer to retreat back and repair. Not sure why you went for this attack. Because it is Sammy. So what I'm seeing so far is just, it's pretty good, like, building. There's no like base skips or anything like that, and the purchases make a lot of sense. There's just some positional problems that need some work, which there's a few ways to help with that. There's of course just practice and playing more games. You can be like me, and when you watch what I'm playing, and I'm just like constantly clicking on different units again and again, so I like get into my head what their ranges are. But if you're playing with a move planner like I'm not, then you can just move planner your turn out and then end it in the move planner, and then look at what your opponent's going to do on their turn, and that will help you see those strikes. like this one. You'll be like, oh. Now that I'm playing him, I'm definitely going to go for that attack. So instead, if I attack from this road, then he can't do that. It's not like an extensive thing to do. It's just a quick little check, and it will help a lot for those positional situations. And then eventually, you won't even need the move planner for that anymore, because you'll just see it all the time. I agree with falling back a bit. You're behind in income, but that's not the worst thing in the world. Sammy often gets ahead in income, but the vehicles that Sammy can buy with that income aren't as good as yours, just because it's Sammy. So it's not so bad. And this is definitely a blunder by your opponent over here, because as soon as you get this comm tower, you're going to have 20% attack power on all of your units, including your infantry, which is enough to guarantee the clear here. Oh no. Well, this is a mistake that a lot of people make too. Was the stream lagging out? It says dropped some frames. Hopefully it's okay. Anyway, this is a mistake that a lot of people make at all levels of play, which is just making engagements before capturing the comm tower. So if you had captured the comm tower, those 2 hits would have killed, guaranteed, and then this guy would have got the strike. Dropping frames is usually nothing to worry about. Okay. I can't imagine this game doesn't really require that much frames per second. Okay. I think last time when it started dropping a bunch of frames, it just made the delay like enormous. And that was during one of the Wargroove tournaments. Okay. So Sammy's just kind of doing a slow push here. When you're playing as Max, this is also something that you'd usually move planner out. But you always want to see if when you use your power, if there's like wall breaks you can do to get to the juicy units. Like if you can kill the AA with a tank, then your copters get like free reign and stuff like that. I don't think I see any of that right now. There just isn't quite enough in the way of vehicles over here. Or in vehicles in general, I guess. That's where I would prefer to have a lot of recons around. Because once you have these 2 comm towers, the recons can break these walls. And they can also go after the artillery. And they can go after the mechs. And they only cost a tiny bit more than mechs while having way more movement and flexibility. And max mechs that you've got going on here, they're not bad. But like they're just regular mechs. Or for just 1,000 more, they could be recons. You don't need the mechs to fight the vehicles because your vehicles already beat Sammy's vehicles. You just need wall breaking potential to get to the juicy targets. It is covered though, so I'm not quite sure what's going on there. I guess it's only covered by 1 copter, maybe? One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I mean, you've got a really good power next turn. Oh my gosh, you have an amazing power next turn. So, what you would love to see as Max is like vehicles giving you first strikes. All right, here's the max force. You can also always check to see if there's some engagements you can take, maybe even like a sacrifice or something if you need to get your super. But I think just the normal power is fine here. Ooh, sad days. So in that case, well, I guess you don't really need to break down this wall. You don't actually have that much stuff to use it. You just go for these first strikes, right? I guess you want to get to this artillery. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You can't. That's fine. You could always have used the copter, of course. But the copter has a nice juicy target anyway, so it's fine. And this is looking... Oh. It's looking pretty good. I'd want to always keep something near the HQ against Sammy. But if you build like tanks and copters and stuff, it's fine. Oh no. Why did you retreat with that infantry? Oh, you're trying to cover the cap? From the super. I gotcha. That's fine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is going to get capped. Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, this looks really good. You did a ton of damage. Sammy has like a few decent attacks. You've just always got to... Oh. Okay, so Sammy has realized that things are looking really grim. So Sammy's not going to use the power. And that should just set off a billion alarm bells in your head. Suddenly everything's about this HQ. Ooh, I don't know if you actually have a... Oh no. You have a single copter that can actually stand on it. But definitely have the copter stand on it. Not an infantry. Descend, yeah, everything needs to go over here. Although I don't think Sammy can... Well, no, Sammy can probably break that. Sammy does have 2 comm towers. So something you can do in situations like this where you like really desperately need... You like desperately need defense bonus from your power. You desperately need more movement so that you can actually... So you can actually like defend your HQ. And you have stuff like this. You have a copter that can sacrifice into this AA. You just do that. You just hurl. You look at every bad engagement you can take, and you take it. Because what do you need right now? You need your power, because it gives you 10% defense, and it gives you +1 movement, which is going to make it so it's much easier for you to actually defend your HQ. You're so far ahead in the value war, and soon the property war, that you can afford to take bad exchanges. And the reason you go for the bad exchanges is because you get 100% of the damage you take as charge, but you only get 50% of the damage you deal. So if you go for bad exchanges, you'll get more charge. I'm not sure. Oh, this battlecopter definitely needs to hit this battlecopter. Or stand here. Like... You just have to go in. Yeah. Like, you would have been able to get enough charge if you took some bad attacks. Yeah. GG. And that will just happen in games. If you want an example of like fishing for charge and like the counterplay around fishing for charge, you can watch the Fog Goblet, my game against Tordred, and you'll get to see it in live play. I mean, that happens. I think everyone's lost like that. That's just a learning experience. I've lost like that. I've won like that. It's just Sammy. Steezer, that old geezer, does it again. Okay. And there was another one that Disobeyed sent, and then we'll do the Grim one. This one must be the actual first Fog game on League. On this map. We just looked at this map. Okay. Lost as VB against Sammy. Yeah. It happens. It happens to everyone. Okay, so this is Disobeyed's first Global League Fog game. Well, you can definitely tell it's a little bit lower rated players because the black boat's not being used. I do like Link's recon up here. This is a great front to harass with a recon. The mech's a great buy. It's just the black boat needing to be used. It is, I think, I can definitely reach the shoal. I think this is just a case. This is something I used to do all the time, as I just didn't. I was having such a hard time telling what is shoal and what is sea, because you can only unload if you're on the shoal. And I had a game where I tried for 3 turns to unload onto a little island, and only one side of it had shoal, and I missed it every time. Good times. And then eventually I don't know. I was just able to see it. Now I have very little trouble seeing shoal, but when I first started playing, I don't know why I couldn't tell it apart. I'm seeing a lot of little base skips, so that's fine. Or not base skips, city skips. That's fine. I think that might just come from me being a bad influence. If you are first learning the game, I would recommend that you just capture every city that you come across, like when you first come across it, and don't do the little city skips. And that's just because that gives you the most immediate money, like most money the soonest, the quickest, so that you can get more early vehicles and be able to like play comfortably. when you're at the higher levels, you can kind of do whatever you want. You'll be much more comfortable with having nothing for a really long time, and then very quickly building the units you need just in time, kind of stuff. But if you're like 1200 and below, I think you're perfectly fine just doing the capture cities as you come across them kind of thing. For the most part, the amount of money economically, it will in the long run be the same. It's just a trade-off of positioning with unit value, I guess. If you capture all the properties as you come across them, you get more money sooner, so you can build more units sooner. And then if you don't capture them as you come across them, in exchange for having your money slower, you have your infantry further out in the field, getting more map presence. And having more map presence is a huge deal at the high levels and barely matters at the low levels. Where having just a bunch of units matters a ton at the lower levels, and like kind of matters at the high levels. You've now been struck by a recon. You actually have a tank in range to kill it. But if you didn't have a tank in range to kill it, what you would do is you would not you just don't panic. You just complete the capture, or you say capture again, and you act like everything is totally fine. If you have a tank, you bring it into range. If you don't have a tank, then you just act like you're bringing a tank into range. Usually you wouldn't want to sacrifice a recon to try and delay a comm tower like this, because there's no way to contest it, and comm towers don't give you money, so you're not getting a value bonus out of delaying the property. By map presence, I just mean having units around the map, and it would also be captures. You'd be getting more contested properties sooner. So map presence means both, but I guess it means more units in different areas of the map. And then just having units in different areas of the map gives you properties. Like you'll note in other games, I've said there's a big brawl happening in the middle, but what's really going to decide the games is the sides. And that's where the map presence comes in. Having that initial unit value for your vehicles will help you in that brawl, but that you're not going to really win off of that brawl. You'll win off of having your map presence while both players are being taxed in the brawl. But when you're starting out, you can actually win with the brawl. I like how you're being so safe with these recons. Letting the mechs kind of guard you over here. You went for a nice infantry hit on a copter. That's good. Copters, of course, don't get any bonuses from terrain, so they're very vulnerable to luck rolls. And if they're at low health, it's almost always good to go for the luck roll. Try and pick them off. So over here, he scouted out and killed your recon. It's not a big deal. Our recon's just 4K. It's just one unit. If you lose it, you lose it. You can always build a new one. And you can also, if you're feeling comfortable with it, you can punish him for it. and go for the units that were like on bad terrain to kill the recon. That was a nice little setup there. If you are in this kind of situation, you can always, and you want to, I don't know if you wanted to, but if you wanted to clear it, recon plus infantry is a guaranteed clear on a city. Where if you have one comm tower, it's a roll for 2 infantry to clear an infantry on a city. This is fine. You have a choice here, of course. You can either go, if you're going to do a 2-hit combo with a battlecopter and a tank against a tank, you always go battlecopter and then tank because the battlecopter takes far less damage on retaliation. And in Fog, I would prefer to go battlecopter tank, kill this tank, and bring him down a unit. Because going down in unit count matters a lot more in Fog when you have to rely on units for vision as well as fighting. Where if you just hit them, you can try and trap them in though. If you like trap them in, then I like this more. But if you just hit them like this, and you get your 2 like first strikes, and you feel good because you're up in value. If you don't have immediate follow-up, what they can do is just run away and repair, and then they didn't go down in unit count. They just went down a tiny bit in unit value. In this case, they joined, and they didn't go very far away. I'm not sure what's up with that. I wouldn't recommend that. In that case, they did go down in unit count, and this was slightly worse than just killing 1, I guess, because you're down 3 health and they're down 2. But it's always a choice. Both attacks are good. I'll say that. I value unit count a lot. In Standard, it's not as strong as it is in Fog, but it's still strong. When you start getting a mech ball like this, you can start being more aggressive with it too. Because mechs cover each other really well. And you're Andy. And mechs are kind of hard to kill off, especially as Sonya. So you can start kind of pressing forward with it. I do like that you are preserving your low health units. Because, of course, you're going to get free heals with your powers. So, like, when Sonya went in to hit this infantry, it's like, you don't care. If it's at 5 health, it might as well be at full health. And, of course, open stuff up that Andy can do that no one else can do. Or can make trades and attacks that no one else can do. It's just nice Andy tech. I would probably bring this guy back because you don't want him to get first shot. Oh, okay. Well, don't. You're Andy. You're almost at your super. Don't send the 1 health copter up there. That's a 6 health copter right there. I know it says 1, but that's actually 6. So definitely preserve that. Wow. It tried its best. It really held in. I thought it held in there for you. That was amazing that it survived those 2 strikes. I guess that's just Sonya being Sonya with the bad luck. Does your recon see any of the... No. Do you have 1 anti-air? I think more anti-air would definitely be a reasonable purchase on this map because there's the double airport. And the airport's strong anyway. Also, if you ever want to build a fighter, do it when you're Andy. If you're like in a comfortable position to build a fighter, I should say. Because fighters don't get one shot by anything in the game. They don't get one shot by other fighters. They don't get one shot by anti-air. And that gives Andy a huge advantage. Because, of course, that's a unit that's usually going to live. It's a unit with air superiority with 9 move. And because it's a 20,000 value unit and you get 100% of the damage taken from it to your charge bar, it also gives you a huge chunk. Oh, I think missiles one-shot it and carriers one-shot it, but you never see those units. It doesn't die to any direct unit. And fighters also have the advantage of only being well, a flying unit that's not like a copter. It's a plane, so only anti-air and fighters can hit them. So they also make really strong blockers. Against Andy, build missiles. And having a blocker that can withstand any single hit from a direct attack, except against like Max with a power active, is really, really good. You'll often use them to like wall off an HQ cap, or you'll use them to sit on your HQ, and then your opponent can't win until they bring over an AA and you like buy yourself multiple turns. You got yourself a fighter. That's nice. Ooh, fighter on fighter. Look at how much charge that gives you. Boom! It's so good. Hyper upgrade, and then it's back in full. It is very, very good. That's quite the swarm. I think you played that pretty well. There was a few things, but I think overall that was very well played. Now you're at 50 units when you sack the 1 health. Oh, okay, that's more reasonable. Well, not really. If you're gonna sack it to like build something, you need to kill it that turn rather than keep it around as a scout. But that's fine. Yeah, this map is... I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of it. It definitely seems to have unit count issues, though. Okay, so... Yami sent me another Grim game that I did not show last time. There you are. Oh, there's indeed another one. Albert Wesker. Is that because of Grimm's glasses? Is that why you chose Albert Wesker? I cannot. I can. Well, it probably depends on the map. But if you give the other person vision, the problem is not being able to beat them tactically. It's that because fog maps are so like open like this with a lot of vulnerable properties, they just eat your properties and you can't defend against them. They always know how much to send to win the properties over. When it comes to actual fighting, it's not a problem really for fighting someone in like the low thousands. But I'll lose because of just the nature of fog maps. Okay. Why do I challenge account if I'm not doing Grim? Do I have a good Verdun game saved? Maybe. Why is this paint facing the wrong way? Small map like inland waters. Well, if it's down to fighting, just in tactics in general, then it's not going to matter as much. You got 4 in a row. If that Verdun replay was on Global League, then it should be saved in the giant library. Although I don't have the most recent version of that. You can ask our good friend for it. I like the transport copter, of course. I'd probably get another one, but that's me. I'd want to jump into mechs pretty quickly. You've got the Grim Copter, makes a lot of sense. You're fine with this trade, I'm sure. I'm wondering if this tank's going to do anything. I understand why you buy it, of course. It's just a precaution against recons. I like the artillery buys. Grim artillery can be brutal to stumble into in the fog. So far, this is going really well. I like all your little boosts. Although, yeah, I guess that's fine. This doesn't really have a better target. And again, if you're playing fog and like this kind of thing happens, that's not that bad. You get a lot of information from your unit dying. And information is another like resource. Because the information will of course let you get favorable trades. It'll also instruct you on what you need to build, where you need to move your units so you can win the future engagements that are going to matter more. All that stuff. You got your ducks, your penguins in a row. I mean, there's some movements that are probably not necessary to figure out that there's going to be a bunch of stuff there. Even then, I'm not upset about it. Especially if you get a nice artillery covering it. You really don't like this map, though? Indefinite property denial, this one? It is a very awkward map, I'll give that to you. I mean, I wouldn't do this with my mech, though. At least not as grim. It's definitely not safe up there. I would much rather put it in the forest. Oh, this is going to be the indefinite property denial. Yeah, the contested's like this, I guess. Mostly in the mostly like this, and then these guys a little bit. Yeah, it probably could use some more contested properties. Your opponent built the recon here. Oh, that's unfortunate. Yeah, there's been some experimenting with different ways that they're gonna make it so a base is like infantry only. Honestly, I don't think it's actually necessary. I think usually a base becomes infantry only anyway. So I guess it just mostly slows down the vehicle ramp up in the mid game. Look at how nice that shot is. 6 damage on the medium tank. Oof. It's good. That seems like a really greedy hit. I guess this doesn't actually reach, but I would be scared of an anti-air hiding in the shadows around here. I'd probably prefer to strike from this side so that they'd have to go through the forest. Got the Grim Neo tank. Things are looking really good for you. Wow. Your artillery have gotten so much value this game. I guess your opponents did too. But every bait has been working with them. Give your boy a quick tip on Verdun Tier 1. Well, Von Bolt is always good. Hawk is fine. I would not go with Javier. The comm tower is way too contested. Sturm can be fun. You do get the faster reinforcements. If you go with Sturm, you're going to want to get a lot of rockets and stuff in artillery early on. It's going to be like recon into artillery into rockets. Because there's a lot of really good forests to set up in. I think this is going to be the harder part for Grim, is now that you've pretty much exhausted your opponent's ability to attack you, now you're going on the offensive. And this is a really nice setup you have here. This guy I guess your opponent's like basically out of infantry. If you're ever unsure about a map and you're doing a tier 1 game, just pick Von Bolt. Von Bolt is the safe pick. He's never bad. Never. I'm sure there's a map you could find that he'd be bad, but just that flat 10-10 stats is so good, and his power takes a long time to come online, but it is also a very strong threat. And a lot of people do not know how to play around it with like the missile planner and everything. Oof. I mean, this kind of hurt, but it actually didn't really bust through your front lines. I think this game is over, and Jake just hadn't realized it yet. I probably would have used... Oh, you went for Haymaker? I was gonna say, I'd probably use the normal power for the artillery shot there. Maybe it didn't kill, though. And now you're getting a rocket. I'm guessing this is a meme buy, because there's no way this rocket's going to be able to impact anything. You would get high points. I think Sasha's fine. You have a really fast airport, so you can start really pumping out the copters. And the hefty tanks are pretty good on that map. Sasha won't feel nearly as comfortable as like Von Bolt will. You've got to be close to the capture, winning by capture. He resigns. That was very, very well played with the Grim indirects. You had so many really good baits. The bait and punish game was real. The rocket is to ensure he never gets this. It's going to go here, and then it's going to go here, and then it was going to go here. Yeah. If you want, you can just make your first tank a heavy tank. Yeah, the problem with Max on Verdun is that his infantry aren't better. And of course, snow is good. Like when like I had a VB versus Max game on Verdun, and there's so many infantry conflicts that it was like the most one-sided thing ever. And Max isn't even that bad against VB. But when it comes to that many infantry conflicts or fights, he just crushes. I did that Genesis game. Okay, I think I'm all caught up, am I? Okay, let's see if I have any Verdun games. Oh no, I have a game from Mr. C. So we'll do that one after I look to see if I have any good Verduns. Actually, if I do this... Okay, I'll look to see if I have any Verduns first. Not seeing any. Most of the time I was playing Verdun was before the replay library is being established. Yeah. All right. This is going to give us a huge list, probably. We're done. Oh, I only have 3. Whoa. Unreal. I think I've shown these. Hikaru no Go7 is not my account. That is a fan, I think. Ah, we have been offered some Verdun games by Math Blitz here. Oh, this is the game you wanted. Or someone wanted. We've got Sturm versus Hawk. So Sturm, I think it's pretty evident from what I've said in the past, but you just get lots of early recons, pressure on this side, or the pressure on the corner, pressure on the comm towers, and then indirects into all of these juicy forests. It's pretty strong. So I would get a recon right now. There's not a recon, so that's pretty bad. You can wait to double recon. But I think this recon being slower means that Starflash gets to be a little bit safer. Yeah. Because if this recon was a turn earlier, it would you'd be able to strike at these guys and there would be no retaliation. It's going to get lucky here, and Starflash is going to send this tank up here instead of over here. Which I guess he kind of has to do anyway, because there's a recon on both sides. Oh, no, but this recon does not go in for the strike. Not feeling comfortable. You can always... Well, I guess it's always debatable if you want to, but you can always take that attack. It's going to be really annoying to have one of your most forward infantry get injured, and you're a Sturm recon on a city, and as long as he can't get a full surround on you, which he can't, it doesn't really matter if a tank comes in and hits you. You'll just run away. You'll live to vision another day. So I like this artillery. I'd probably like to see some more. There's been lots of infantry traps, but the recons haven't done anything for the most part. And they can be much more annoying than they're being, basically. Because they have that extra defense. Anti-air makes sense. I'd probably prefer a little more artillery right now. I think Starflash is playing this pretty well, though. As Hawk, you're going to want lots of tanks. There's going to be recons. And then you're going to want to be extra careful around these forests against Sturm. Because, of course, Sturm has the perfect movement, so the indirects can get in places that you would never expect from another CO. And he gets a lot of value out of that. This is a horrible Sturm movement. Just go into the forests. I don't think he's actually going to get punished by this, so it's fine. So maybe it's not horrible. Horrible is being a little too mean. But the woods are your friends because you don't get slowed down by them. So you get all their benefit and none of their drawback. There we go. I like this fallback from Starflash because he's responding to the fact that he's pushing so many vehicles over here, and his opponent is also going to see that that's happening. So the correct response would usually be to counter on the other side, which is what happens. The Starflash preserves his units by falling back. So this is Rocket's a great buy for Sturm. So this is a dangerous predicament that Sturm's being stuck in here, because he doesn't have that much protection from the woods like he would normally like. And it's very possible for him to kind of get swarmed and taken out here. Especially if you're Sturm and... Oh my god, look at that movement. That's the attack. If you're Sturm and you see that there's nothing up here, you need to back up over here. There's no way you're getting this comm tower. Everything's over here. The triple arty buy. I'm not like against it. Hawk arties are fine. I probably wouldn't. I'd probably maybe go for a heavy vehicle or go for more copters. Hawk kind of has the same thing that Andy has going on because he has a power that heals. So he really likes his heavy vehicles. And Sturm has a hard time killing heavy vehicles. So if there isn't that much pressure being put on you, it can be a good choice. So this attack is decent, but Sturm is definitely not upset about it, because it didn't really reach like these rockets, and this artillery's going to get a shot off. I don't know if there was a better target, but still kills there. The only really downside for this attack for Starflash, he trades out fine, but he's not getting anything from the attack. There's no property that he's capturing with this attack, which doesn't feel good. He goes for the black wave. That's fine. It was definitely worth it because it allowed for that. Pretty much for Hawk, is for deciding if you want to use your super or your normal power. You can always save up for your super, but if you ever see a nice opportunity to get immediate value from your normal power, you use it. Armor said that Starflash should have been spamming medium tanks. Yeah, I'm not against that. It's good for Hawk to have big vehicles. But yeah, the Sturm rocket dying is very unfortunate, and that just happened pretty much because it wasn't in a forest. Of course, Sturm is not out of this yet. He still has a big old meteor, which I imagine Starflash is going to misdirect over here. He's not going to misdirect over here. Maybe this Maybe this is enough. He did move the artillery over. I don't know. I'd have to look at the move planner. I would not. Oh, this looks incredibly vulnerable. Usually if your opponent falls back like that, you don't follow. Spoiler alert, it's not. Well, 95 did not use the meteor. So there's always a... Instead of building this stuff, if you're trying to play around the meteor, you can... Oh, he doesn't have that much money. I guess that's from repairs? Well, what you want to do is build something really bulky. Like a mega tank. And then that mega tank will just suck up the meteor. You just keep the mega tank kind of on its own. So I'd save up for that. Oh, Starflash, that's a pretty good divergence or magnet. It's still kind of on the front lines, but it's not on the front lines as like hitting over here would be. I think that worked out pretty well for Starflash. I would not be upset if that's where the meteor hit in comparison to hitting all these units down here. The reasoning behind RD spam is because clearing lines against high defense Sturm is hard. But you get to do that with the heavy tanks too, so... The problem with going with artillery against Sturm is artillery are kind of vulnerable to recons. Although in this case, there hasn't been that many recons coming out. But part of why like Grit is really struggles against Sturm is because there's just so many recons and they're so fast. Medium tank plus tank is not enough to clear off a city as Hawk versus Sturm. I would believe that, but usually if you're going for stuff like that in a situation where you need to clear, you'd probably use your power for that. But you can also do bigger tanks, especially in Fog. You'd probably go Neo tank over a medium tank. That's more of just a general in Fog thing, though. Starflash is just really strung out along the bottom here. Which is really weird. I'm still going. Oh, it's midnight, my goodness. This will probably be the last one. This such a little... The line was so silly. Okay. So I would definitely, if I was Sturm, I'd be really gunning for that normal power. I imagine that's what he's going to do. What's he need? He needs 50. Let's attack. That's fine. I would attack up here, so I'd probably get that kill. Oof. Or did he need to? No. I don't know. But that's a big deal power right there. I'm a little confused by some of these attacks, but seems fine. Hawk's retaliation super is going to do a lot. There's a lot of injured stuff, and then all these artillery are going to get healed up. Whew. It's so good. I don't think he's actually able to save the comm tower, which is rough. If Sturm gets 2-0 comm towers, it can be a big deal. And he's got the income advantage. So as long as he doesn't just like lose everything, he should win. He went for the triple infantry buy to save on the repair costs. I would not recommend that. It's going to cost him big time when the reinforcements don't show up. That would have shown up. As long as Starflash like keeps pressing the issue, which it looks like he's doing. Oof. Very interesting that he's going in here. Guess that's fine. Yeah. After you get the copter hit, you kind of have to. Or the AA on the copter. And you know you've got your Neo tank on the way. So it's fine. I would probably want to start front switching and get like a rocket to lock this down. And just gobble up everything up here. Yeah, it's not good to build 3Ms before Urban Blight. I mean, the repair costs aren't that much. And when you're in a fight, and then one turn that you would have vehicle reinforcements doesn't show up, you can just immediately end up losing that fight. If there's no fighting going on, then you can kind of do whatever you want, I guess. So, I think Sturm's going to start running into problems because he hasn't built a rocket to lock this down. Which is Starflash's saving grace here. I mean, the Neo tank is scary though. But like a Sturm rocket moves 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. They have range 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you in just 2 turns, they can reach this city, and then they'll be in range. And then the next turn, if nothing happens, it can step into the forest. Yeah, that's true. You do need to have at least 0 power to do the recon plus infantry. Yes, Starflash has got chances if Sturm never builds another indirect. Because like, as you can see here, Starflash is set up indirects. And every time that Sturm used to interrupt this comm tower, he's going to have to, in this case, he's going to run out of infantry really quickly. He's going to have to start like donating vehicles. Ah, here comes the rocket. The rocket just needed to be here like 4 turns ago. I would just not do the infantry before. The building infantry before mass damage feels fancy, but it isn't good. It just feels fancy. The amount of money it costs is it's not that big of a deal. Starflash is deathballing here, so he's lost. Only if Sturm went for it. He's not going for it. Because as soon as Starflash unleashes the death ball, it will no longer be in such a nice a nice clump. Well, that's still in a very nice clump. I think Starflash might have been going for a little bit of a record there for the clumpedness. Okay, well, this is going to be brutal. Yeah. How much did that do? Almost 30,000? Was it just 23? Oh, I guess it was 23. Or 25? Oh. That's a lot. Okay. Yeah, I imagine Starflash resigns here. I'm not sure what was going on with the balling up there. Oh, 23 income. Starflash was starting to make a comeback there. I was pretty impressed. A little too much on the ball up there, though, for sure. And more like Neo tanks would have been good. There wasn't a single Neo tank. I recommend earlier rockets, I think. I mean, you can get away with earlier rockets, but I like recons into like some tanks and then a bunch of artillery and then going into rockets later. What did Starflash do wrong? Well, I mean, some of his positioning was awful. It was not Starflash positioning. Like, I don't know what this is. It's like a buffet. I wasn't really upset with his buys. I would have liked to see Neo tanks. And it was really just positioning from Starflash. I think he did pretty well with composition and with picking some of his fights. He has some good engagements. Pulling back on this side while he struck on this side was very good. Losing the comm tower sucked, of course, but I think he lost out just on positioning. It was very wonky. Well, the thing for walling is... Yeah. It happened here too. Or is that... Yeah. The thing is, you're usually trying to protect your vehicles. This doesn't protect your vehicles. It's like... You can hit whatever vehicle you want to hit. A tank heavier comp might have avoided that. That's true. You can also play just more loosey-goosey. You might have just not been very comfortable with that, though, and that's fine. Like, I like this. This is much better positioning. Yeah, Sturm Rocket covers enemy comm tower in 2 turns from base. That's why I was like, he should have built that rocket as soon as he got that comm tower, basically. It gave Starflash some winning chances for quite a while. But as soon as the rocket gets into place, that would have been game over. Like, rocket should have been built here. Actually, it probably should have been built here. Yeah, it should have been built right now. Or maybe even... should have been built here and just suck up the repair costs. It needs to get there as fast as possible. Sturm is kind of bad at wall breaking. The advantage he has is like the recons can loop around and stuff. But the concave was much better positioning, at least aggressively. Stuff like this. I think this is what he used, and then yeah, he killed the rocket. You can see, like, it's really good. It gives you many angles to attack from. You hate Sturm so much? That's fair. The perfect movement is very good. Getting like a mega tank to suck up the Sturm powers probably would have been good too. And then just not quite so clumped up. But we'll call it there. I hope that was a helpful video though. Or replay. Which side should you attack? Well, it depends on where you're starting, of course. The side that has the corner city closer to you is going to be your easier side to attack. Anyway, good night and good luck out there.